for it to fill up. So, hey, everybody, your car guy, Bill DeBoer over here at DeBoer's Auto today. Just doing our local business spotlight. I'm speaking with Mia Howard from Scrub Masters Plus. How are you doing, Mia?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Awesome. So we're going to just talk a little bit about Mia's business today and what she does and how she got started in it. So why don't you take us way back to when you started this? Yeah, and talk to us about that.
Sure. Well, I started my commercial cleaning company in 2013. Prior to that, I was senior VP of a company that was in 15 different states. And I decided that I wanted to just do things a little differently. And so what we do with our company, we train our staff very well. We make them feel appreciated. And I think the most important thing, cleaning is a thankless business. We say thank you a lot.
Yeah, definitely. So what year did you start?
2013.
Nice. So why don't we talk a little bit about what you guys do? So you're not just an average commercial cleaner, I take it, right? You do a lot more larger scale facilities.
Yeah. We usually start at about 25,000 square feet. However, lately, I've been taking sizes that are smaller, even down to about 7,000 square feet, because the need is great. People need a commercial cleaning company that has all the equipment, has the training, has the certifications, and and that can really do a good job.
Nice. So what certifications are required to do what you guys are doing?
Well, it's a myriad of things, but you have to have training, like terminal cleaning training, bloodborne pathogen certification, OSHA training, hazard and emergency training. There's a lot of different things. We could be on here all day.
Sounds like.
But it's not a rag and a spray bottle type of deal. Everything is different. We do clean room cleaning, so that's like in manufacturing plants where it's dust. There's a particle count, so we need to bring that almost down to zero, and that happens with HVAC systems and all different types of methylene cloths. And then you have medical cleaning, which is a whole nother ball game, and then terminal cleaning, so like a place where they do surgeries, like an ambulatory surgical center, they need terminal cleaning. And what that means is that we need to use broad spectrum quat cleaners, dwell time, log books, different things to make sure that when the patients are there and they're going to have their procedure, that it's germ, free.
Yeah, we definitely want that.
Yes.
Nowadays, especially, right, with COVID.
Oh, yeah.
So,
now terminal cleaning is everywhere. I have to do that everywhere.
It's crazy. So how many other businesses are out there that do that type of service? I've never really come across many. I mean, I've heard of commercial cleaners, but nobody that does anything to that scale.
Well, I am like a forward thinker, and I'm an advocate besides what I do for cleaning for small children and seniors. If anyone who knows me, they know that those are my babies, and I take care of them. And so I think that kind of led my focus to really be ahead of the game and see what it was that I could do. Just today, I went to a daycare in Vernon, New Jersey, and they were helpless and hopeless. They really didn't know what to do, but at least they took the first step. They called me, and I was able to just kind of give them a whole program that they can do on their own and different things that they've never heard of, EPA products. So they're going to be in the forefront of all these other daycares where they'll have air scrubbing, constant purification of the air with the kids in the classroom, electrostatic fogging, no bio-waste transfer. So not only with the COVID, Coxsackie, which as parents we know runs rampant,
Yep.
And all these other viruses, we're going to bring that down. My goal in life is to bring germ count down to 0.
Nice.
Yes.
What's that fogger look like? That sounds like a pretty cool tool. What do you, can they like the Ghostbusters? And
I feel like that. Sometimes I feel like Al Pacino. So there's different types, and I have them all. And what's funny is that, no, I mean, it's not funny. I have a set of gyms, right? And the CEO called me and said, our foggers were intercepted by the military government. They took them instead of giving them to the gym. Well,
oh wow,
I'm a hoarder by nature. Like, no one wants to come to my house when I'm old and die, because you're gonna need some stuff, And I had them. So I have like 6 electrostatic foggers, thermal foggers, misters. And my husband would say, why do you have all this stuff? I said, one day. And so here we go. I'm like,
when you need them.
I have them. And there's different types of fogging, and depending on the facility, there's different things that you could use. I have a facility, a manufacturing plant, where the employees, as they're coming in, we have a thermal fogger. It looks like, back in the day when you go to a rock concert, but it's fogging like a disinfectant that's okay for them to breathe in. It's a peroxide base, so they're just breathing in air as they're going through. So they're going through and they're being disinfected as they walk into work. And then we have the electrostatic fogger, which you can use around electric components, and it kind of wraps around metals and things like that. And then we have my favorite one, which is the fogger mister. I just, that one shoots out about 15 to 30 feet, and, it does some really good work.
Wow.
But yeah.
That's awesome. Rosemary says hi. Hey, Ro.
Hi. I love her.
The best.
Yeah.
So outside of the foggers, what other sort of stuff do you guys, I guess the chemical products is a huge part of it too?
Yes. And you really need to know your stuff. So again, what I did was thought about the little babies and the seniors, and what products would work that are aggressive, because sometimes you need everyone out, quarantine, we need to get the acid out, like it has to happen. But for what's going on now, I kind of went with the guidelines that are going on in California. They're EPA guidelines, because there's things we use for hairsprays we can't use over there. And so you really need to do your research. There's an end list of products for the COVID-19 that you can use. The CDC provides guidelines, and so I believe, as a good commercial cleaning company, you should do your due diligence. You're still guilty if you decide to not read. It's important to read and make sure that you have the right products going in, and dwell time. It's a process, but you have to be responsible and do that. And your cleaners should be smarter than you. I mean, you should train them to damn well be chemists. They should know exactly, because they're the ones doing the labor, and you want to make sure they're safe.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I got the bulletin from the New Jersey Business Industry Association, and they outlined the guidelines for cleaning facilities and getting back to work, and it was pretty crazy, very extensive. As the stay-at-home order's been lifted and people start returning to these big office spaces, like what can they look for from their employer to make sure that everything is up to snuff and that they're being protected the right way?
Well, I'll say this. if just before COVID happened, you weren't happy with your cleaning company, you're really not going to be happy with them now. So what you want to do is bolt over to your employer and say, call Scrub Masters Plus Corporation. One, because we get it, we know you want to clean, but two, we take tremendous pride in our work, and that makes the difference, and it's going to be a cleaner environment. And for the employers out there, I will tell you, we provide documentation. We'll give you a certificate that says this place was fogged. I can give you just a scope of work that you could give to your employees. It is very important as for the employee to feel comfortable. A happy employee equals lots of production. So you don't want to cut off your nose to spite your face. And yeah, I would say, get on the horn, get on my website. And I mean, I've had some gatekeepers or receptionists that they hate the cleaning companies in general. They hate us. They hate. But after they've been with me, I'm on their Christmas list. I get,
Right.
things on Easter. It's like, because they know that I care, and they get to come to work to a phone that's super clean. They see the pile on their carpet lifted up. There's no bugs in the windowsills. The vents are clean. These are things they've never seen before.
Wow.
So, and we do it. And you can't work for me if you don't love doing that. If you're not happy with doing good work, you can't work for me. So there's a lot of processes that go into being a great commercial cleaning company. And I can humbly say I'm one of them.
And I guess there's quite a bit of upkeep now going into this too, right? So like we have this initial cleaning to get these buildings and facilities and daycare centers back open. What's a maintenance cycle on something like that? How often do they have to be gone back through to keep them safe for everybody?
Well, it depends on the amount of people that are there, the frequency. We've created different like Excel sheets, depending on the industry, with checklists of what they want done or what we do. We have logbooks that we've incorporated. So there's communication even when we don't see each other, what's happened. I do videos, so I do little snippets so that you can send them out to your staff as well, or your employees, saying this is what happened while you were sleeping.
Wow, that's nice.
So I know I've been on both sides of the fence, and I know that a lot of employees would say, "Oh, my boss doesn't give a crap about me. All he wants or all she wants is for me to make her rich or something."
Yeah.
There is a big difference when they see that you make the effort, the commitment, and the investment to make sure that they're safe, because it equates to their family being safe.
Absolutely. It's a big thing, especially now with this COVID-19. I mean, we got to keep everybody safe so that there's no comeback and we have to shut down again. So very, very important work that you guys are doing out there. What about the surgical centers in that area? I guess they're always maintained to the certain standard, right?
No, no, no. I've been to some places. I'm like, Jayco will shut this down today. No, it really depends on the administrator and the person in charge of maintenance or facilities or environmental manager there. It depends on how much they care, and unfortunately, that doesn't happen often. So I try to keep my prices very competitive so that I can have an opportunity to go inside there, because I mean, just imagine you're sitting in an emergency room on one of the beds, and you look down and you see dried blood, or you see hair, or you see, just imagine that. And that happens all too often. There are products that you need, certain types of electrostatic cloths, different things that you need. It must happen. In one emergency room, right, stall, whatever, there's 400 things you have to do to make sure that it's clean.
Wow.
What happened is, I think as an industry, the cleaning was at the bottom of the totem pole. It's like, oh, I'll just do 2 days a week. They're, whatever. Well, now we're at the top, and it's really important. And you can do what you do. Like, you own your business, do what you do, and trust me to make sure that the place is clean, sanitized, and disinfected. And you'll know. There's not one place that one account that I've had that the next day when they walk in after we've been there, they don't know the difference.
I'd imagine that insurance companies are kind of looking into this at this point too. They'd want some reassurance that these, not just the medical facilities, but the workplaces are safe for their people as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've had places, plants where insurance people or the health department, they've come in and they want to do an inspection and make sure that the place is safe for the people that work there. And I was a step ahead of things. And even though the plant manager, someone's like, oh, we don't need that, they're like, Mia, that's team too much, but now they're like, thank God and Jesus, because I had a Bible full of documentation of what we did. And yes, it's more work for me, but I knew my job is to cover you and make sure that if they ask for it, you have it, and I know what you need. That's my job.
Nice. Now, what about your territories? Where do you guys service? I know that you go up to the Hudson River Valley area, and you're in Sussex County. Where all do you cover with your services?
So I initially started in New York, up in the Hudson Valley. So Albany, Rensselaer, Kingston, New York, Catskills, Columbia County, very north. And I cascaded down into Middletown and Newburgh, in New York. And I'm in New Jersey now. And I love New Jersey. I'm partial to New Jersey. I love doing business here. I live here. So I do have several accounts here, and they love me, and they're spreading the news like wildfire. There's no competition, because I walk in these places. I'm sorry if you guys know someone in the other companies. I'm like, this is easy. I can get this, because the work is so poor. It's done so poorly. And the workers, they're not held accountable. So my motto, I will tell you, is wherever I hire within the community. Mm-hmm. So you might see Scott or Craig that lives right in Vernon. And that kind of builds trust, because we need jobs in those communities, and they're vetted. I make sure they have just 3 different forms of ID. They're American citizens, and they're proud to work, and I'm proud that they're working for me. But Jersey's the place.
Yeah, nice. What else should people know about your business? You're also woman owned, right? So you're certified women owned.
MWBE certified. Very proud of that. Took a long time, and I got it.
And that helps you out with the government and large scale employers, right?
Yeah. It gets you up to the front of the line. So nice. To at least, make an attempt to get the account, for sure.
Cool.
So I would say, what else should they know about me? I definitely, before this is up, want to give my information. But I would say reference. That's probably the biggest thing. I don't pick. So I'm a victim to my references. So I'll give you my whole list. Just pick who you want, call them, see what we do. I'm an open book. And if we make a mistake, I know for a fact, I used to watch Westerns as a kid. I'm a quick draw. I'm a quick responder. I can get somewhere. I can get something done in 15 or 30 minutes. And from what I hear over here in Jersey, it takes 24 hours to a week to get things done. I can do things in record time. And I think that we excel at communication, responding, and building systems.
Awesome. So what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Well, the best way to get a hold of me, first you could go to my website, www.scrubmasterspluscorp.com. You can reach me on my office number, 845-275-2315. You can write on my website. There's a link where you can get me, or you can reach me at customer service at smpluscorp.com. And I'm here to serve, and there's no robots. And I think, I have this old adage that I use. We have two ears and one mouth, so we can listen twice as much. I tend to really listen. I don't believe in flattery. I believe in giving a response that shows that I respect what you say, and show you some results.
Nice. Well, thanks for being here today. And one thing before we let you go, just something on a personal note. You mind sharing with everybody what your theme song is? What's your personal theme song?
Really?
I know you got one.
Let me see. Really? Okay, here it is. And you guys know I'm a lovebird. My theme song is I Am Ready for Love.
There you go. Awesome. Well, thanks so much again, Mia, for being here, and we'll talk to you soon. See
Thank
you,
you so much.
everybody. Take care.
Bye.